Hi everyone, it's Elaine here, the petite plump pensioner. I don't know if you saw my previous video where I've done some like an autumn haul where I've picked up a few pieces just to refresh my wardrobe. Oh, I'm having a bad hair day as usual. Where I picked up a few pieces. I also mentioned in that video that I picked up some cozier pieces for the home as well. So rather than make that one very long video, I've split it into two. So, if you want to be like me, get a cup of tea. This is one of my new pieces, a new autumn cup. It's a glass cup. Mr. Fitz hates them. I wanted one for a while, so I saw this. It was the best of the cups I could see. I think I got it from Sainsbury's. So I drink copious amounts of tea all day. It's my favourite drink. So go and get yourself a drink and I'll show you what I've got next. Right then, so starting with some of the first bits I've seen, I got, talking of cosy, it's sort of clothing, but I put it into this one as well. It's getting to pyjama time, isn't it? Well, we all wear pyjamas all the time, but I tend to wear shorts or occasionally a t-shirt type of nightie. But the ones I've had for a few years and they're all ready for a makeover. Again, as you know, I don't like being too hot. It's very rare that I wear like a long sleeve even at night, even in the coldest of winters. And we have our window open every night regardless of the weather. And I can still be very hot. So I have to look for something that's sort of lightweight, etc. Now, these are a lovely pair from Primark and I paid £10 and dare I say they're an extra large. They were like the old sort of flannelette sort of t-shirty material, like vest type material that maybe our grandmas used to wear. In the video later on, you'll see me actually with a try on. But I got these and obviously they're a two-piece, a nice pair. They've got pockets, as you'll see. Really, really nice, not too light. The only thing is the bottom has got a lovely frill like the cuff. I'll have to cut it off. Do you know, these days, I'll share a secret, I'm getting really lazy. Never mind hemming and all that hoo-ha. I just get a good pair of scissors, cut the bottom off, because they don't fray. If they start to roll up a bit, nobody's going to really see them, are they? So these were ultra, ultra soft and beautiful. I mean, they're not particularly a winter design, like little pink roses, but I like them. I like them very much. Keep waggling me microphone, sorry. Second pair of pyjamas, again, the wonderful Primark. No, I tell a lie, these weren't Primark, these were Matalan. Another extra large pair, £10 for the top. And it's like a waffly cotton t-shirt material, grey, round neck, short sleeves with matching long pyjamas. These are cuffed. But they're actually not too long. I'm not deciding whether I'm going to cut the cuff off or just keep them. You'll see them later on in the video. I like them because they're not too heavy. I really like them. So I didn't know if I was keeping both pairs, but I am. That's two pairs of pyjamas. I mean, it's that time of year, isn't it, where we sit with our feet up and cosy in. Well, we do anyway. We don't really go out at night, really. So we always like to be cosy. When I used to work, soon as I'd come home from work, pyjamas on, and that was it, set for the night. I mean, I must admit, I used to wear a uniform, so I didn't want to wear the uniform in the house, so that's a reason why. But even so now, I like my comfies, I like to wear my pyjamas. Right, so we've got a piece for the house. That's just a very small, like a pumpkin, very thin mat, which... it's not much, it was £4 and I've just used it to put some candles on in the hall. You will see the candles, again, in action, lit up in the video. So I bought some candles from Aldi, which are very much like the Bath and Body Works. If you've watched my previous video about my beauty products, I like a lot of Bath and Body Work, and they're quite expensive. And I've got lovely family who buy me vouchers for presents, and their candles are about £30. I've found one that isn't quite as big, but it looks as nice. It looks as luxurious with the gold lid and everything. And again, I hope to show you this in the video later on. And that was £5. So I've got that one. I've got one that's got an LED design, which is from Tesco, which I think was another, that might have been £10, believe it or not. And then I've got one from Home Bargains. I have to keep thinking, oh, I've been to a few shops, you know. And that's like a white, beautiful decorative pumpkin. No, I tell a lie. Yet again, that was from Aldi as well. Little white pumpkin with like the gold stem, and that's lovely. To be honest, it could become a little, once you've used a candle, you could use it as a little trinket box to put out in autumn. So that will, and you'll be able to feature that later. Right, so what did I get next for the house? I must say we've downsized, and I probably said this in a previous video. We downsized last year. We had a 3-bed detached with a garage, big garden, and we've moved to a 1-bedroom flat. That might be something I want to talk about again if anybody wants to know about what made the decision to downsize. So we have limited space. You have to be very, very clever with storage and what you buy. So I don't have, you know, like before I would have had a full set of decor. I would have had a tub with all my autumn decor, would have got it out. I don't do that at the moment. We don't really have the storage. I can keep a few pieces, or what I did last year, I'm ashamed to say, I go to some of the bargain shops like B&M. I'll get up a few pieces, spend maybe about £20, and then use them to change a little bit of the decor. And then I'm afraid to say I then donate them to charity, and then this year I'll start again. Yeah, that's the way my life is at the moment. So I have, some rattling as I'm going in my bag. I have a little shelf in the hall where I keep, we have a little light at night, and I just have a little bit of a display really. So I have a jug in there, and at the moment I have some tulips that I'd got from Aldi, and I've got a gold butterfly that I got as part of a Christmas decoration last year, but I've kept that butterfly. So now, taking the tulips out, I'm going to put some of this bold autumn colours. Lovely these, aren't they? These were quite expensive, but £16 from Madeleine. Yeah, £16, but I just adore autumn colours. I think I have to say that autumn is really my favourite time of year. I absolutely love September, October. I love it when the days change and you get that. Well, you hopefully get bright sunshine, but we're Manchester, so when you get bright sunshine and you get that, yes, it's still warm and there's still sun, but there's that real crisp feel in the air, and then the colours change. Absolutely love my favourite time of the year. So these flowers, again, later on, I'm doing this video in bits, aren't I? I'll show you them when they're in the vase in where they're going to be. But yeah, I'll show you the before and after. But these, I thought they were beautiful, dear, but beautiful. And talking of storage, these are very easy just to keep again. The bed I'm sat on, we do have, it's an ottoman bed, so there's a lot of room underneath. So something like this, I will probably keep. So that's that. Moving on. While we're on clothing, coming up, there was 2 pieces. There was a skirt that I didn't try on. I'm going to show you that again with the jumper on. Not that skirt, but a similar skirt, because the other one I said has a faulty zip and I've not had a chance to go back yet. And in it, and I've got a pink top. I mentioned the bra, and I keep mentioning the bras, don't I? Well, I've got one on now that I bought, and this is from, I don't know if I want to show you the size, but this was from Matalan, and it's called Bibo non-padded bra. Good coverage, non-padded for a natural shape, £9, and it's predominantly cotton, I think. I'm not sure, but I've got to say, I've put it on and it's so comfortable, and I do feel it makes a better shape than what I had before. So if I remember rightly, I think I've had one of these before. Keep trying to cover it. I don't really to see what size. I like this. a lot of people last time of previous videos have talked about recommendations for bras, and I've taken notes of some of those. So the quest will continue, and this subject will keep coming up. I am so sorry, but hey, when you're plump, it's an absolute ongoing saga. So this one from Matalan, I really like, and it feels comfortable. There's no wires. I've got to say, it feels really, really comfortable. So that's a good plus. Well, what else did I get? Just a slight update, because some of you will have seen me, I've had a new bathroom. I'm a bit obsessed with colours matching. Everything in here is blue, grey, silver. And my bathroom's got some sort of gold design in one of the wall panels. So I got from Primark, I got a gold shower cap. Occasionally, I don't want to wash my hair. I try not, because it's thin and because it's quite fragile. I don't like to overwash sometimes. I use a bit of, like I talked before, on my beauty extras, I like a bit of dry shampoo. So I've got myself a gold shower cap from Primark. I think that was about £2. So I'm really pleased with that. It's quite nice, high quality. Sorry, I'm bending down to the bag. Because I've just tried the skirt on, I then went to look. I didn't have any opaque tights, or I thought I did, but I couldn't find them. So I bought, these are from Morrison's, 3-pack for £6 black tights. I mean, these are just a staple, aren't they, for the winter? Well, the staple. When I was at work, they were a staple. Do you remember the days when we used to wear fine American Tandina tights and you used to snag them in a second? I mean, oh my, I was worried these would want to go out of fashion, but I think they've been going for well over 20 years, haven't they? These are a lifesaver. They cover up all your lumps and bumps and give you like a little bit of a better outline and a smoother look. So the good old winter tights are back. Oh, talking of the bathroom, we had, before we had it refitted, we had a higher radiator, and I used to hang my dressing gown on it. Again, I only wear my dressing gown when it's really, really cold in the winter. And I got a new one just before I moved in the flat. But we've now got the radiators a bit lower. I don't want to hang my dressing gown on it. It'll be a bit of a trip hazard, trailing on the floor, and it will ruin the aesthetic of how I want it to look. So I found this in Matalan, a little over the door hook, and it was £6, and it's a little cockapoo, and I thought it was quite cute, to say the least. My niece has a cavapoo called Poppy, and it's the same. Well, somebody who's got one might be very, very, there is a difference. You can't say the same. They're not the same, but they're still so cute and fluffy, aren't they? I thought that was quite neat to go. I'm so sorry. God, how bad was that? And I've got a microphone. I am so sorry. There must be some dust somewhere. But I think that was so good. I will have to get the lovely Mr. Fitz to put it over the door. I have a feeling he'll go, it might ruin the way the door shuts or whatever. It can be a bit fussy about finding points like that, but we'll see. But I don't know if you know this, but my husband is 6'1". I'm 4'11". He's 6'1", so he comes in handy. So I'll get him to put that on there. And I apologise 100 times about that sneeze. Now, these were Primark, £3.50 and £3.50, £7. I don't know if you can see them. And they were maple waffle, whipped shower foam and velvet body lotion. They just caught my eye because they were autumn colours. I always like a body lotion and a shower gel. I have tried them. I have used them. Oh my, you really feel like you're being enveloped in a giant sort of maple syrup waffle, definitely. Lovely smell, very, very, very sweet. But I do have to say, I don't think it's overbearing, and it goes quickly. I've used the body lotion, which is really nice. Not too tacky or sticky, absorbs. And again, the smell's not overbearing. It doesn't stay with you for ages. You know, you won't have local cats or something thinking, oh, she's got something sweet in a bag when you're smelling of this. These are really nice. And I have to say, they might be a limited edition. Well, there will be a limited edition. But do you know what? If you've got, say, teenage grandchildren or nieces, nephews, children, or people who like to look after you like bodies, nice things, nice baths, nice shower. Do you know what? I think these are great stocking fillers for Christmas, because they're still a bit sort of suitable for that time of year, for the festive season. Do you know what? For £7, I think they make great stocking fillers for the little ones in your life that love to smell nice and to pamper themselves. They're probably more a younger person's than of our age, but I'm going to complete it. I'm going to finish them, and I think they were nice. Right, moving on. I'm going to have a little slurp of my tea. Excuse me. Getting dry. And what else have I got now? Ooh. Excuse me. Right, three more things out of the bag and a couple of things left on the bed. This was from Primark, and it was £3. No, it was £6. I've got an obsession. We keep saying £3.50. It was £6. It's leopard print. It's got my initial E on, and it's a little travel jewellery case. So it's got space there for rings, earrings, and a big space there for necklaces or anything else that you want to take with you, brooches, etc. I like to holiday a lot, even if it's just short breaks, or I go perhaps overnight with friends on hobby meetings and that. But I thought that was really nice. We all like a bit of leopard print in our life, don't we? So that was £6. And I hope my friend doesn't watch, but I've got her one for Christmas as well with the letter I on. So that'll give a clue as to who it is. I thought that was quite nice, really nice for the money. So that was a little treat to myself. Talking on that subject, I really like jewellery. I don't think any of my videos have really shown that yet, but I love to accessorise. Shoes, bags, jewellery, costume jewellery, my own jewellery. I absolutely love it. I think it finishes off any look, gives it a bit of a polished look. And so this was £8.50 in the Muse range, a little multi-stranded necklace, and I thought that was quite pretty. Well, I thought it was very pretty for the money. A little star, £8.50, and I thought that was really nice. I've mentioned my Instagram account, which I'm trying to regularly keep putting photographs on of outfits. So you will see this being worn with something in the future. No doubt it'll be something black, but we'll see. But I thought that was pretty, £8.50. The magpie in me couldn't walk past it. So going on to, let me show you this. Now, I think it's a thing. But I remember seeing something on the TV or in the news saying that women in the menopause drank more wine. And I wanted to say, no, Sherlock, because every one of my friends who are my age, particularly those who are when we retire, we like a glass of wine or two, maybe in the evening or when we're out. Let me just show you this. This was in Morrison's. It's called, Poco Vino. And this one's a Sauvignon Blanc, which is my favourite. 187ml, but isn't the shape and the size of the bottle really, really, really nice? Sometimes I'm ashamed to say, if I go with me, well, I'm not ashamed to say, if I do go anywhere with my friends or if we go on a train journey, we might just take a glass of wine on the way home from somewhere if we're coming back in the evening. I just thought that was really nice. Didn't take up much room in your bag. There was about 6 flavours. I like to share. I know a few of you might like a nice tipple. But sometimes people go, well, why did you pay for that when you could get a large bottle? But, sometimes you open a large bottle and it's the road to nowhere, isn't it? It's gone before you know it. So I sometimes just buy myself a small one just so that I don't overindulge. That's Confessions of Elaine. Who's bordering on alcoholism in retirement. But I thought that was nice. Just thought it was cute. It's another thing coming up to the C word. Nice little stocking fillers. Or sometimes, when you put, well, we do, buy each other little things in a gift bag and often throw in a little bottle of wine. But I just thought that was so cute. Some of the others are different colours. There's a pink and a lime green, etc. Yeah, so there could be something. Morrison's, I think it was about £4. But, and I think they're great little fillers. So that was that. Oh, Cosy, talking of pyjamas. So we're getting near to the end of what I'm going to show you now, and then I'll link other items sort of into the video. Cosy socks from Primark, 2 pairs, £3.50. I do sometimes wear socks at an evening in the lounge. My last pairs have all gone a bit worn out, and these were 2 pairs, like I say, blue. It's got a croissant on, nice little rib top, and then the other pair have got like a little like blue roses. I know my others are pink roses, and these were blue, but I thought they were quite nice. Blue's my favourite colour of my football team. So blue and white, so my eyes are naturally drawn to them. But I thought they were neat, nice little smart socks for keeping my feet warm when I'm watching TV or reading. Now, I am an avid reader, something I love to do. I either read my book, I read my Kindle, or I always have an audio book on the go. I might talk about some books and what I watch on TV in a future video. I don't know, that would be interesting to anybody, but yeah, I like to chat about things. So I saw this in the works. It's The Secrets of Maple Syrup Farm. There's a theme here, isn't there, with that them toiletries. Secrets of Maple Syrup Farm. It's just a light-hearted book by an author called Rebecca Raisin, who I'm not familiar with. Can love grow in the most unexpected of places? Lucy would have done anything for her mum, but she never expected to promise to leave her. After her mum got sick, Lucy dropped everything to take care of her, working all hours in a greasy diner just to make ends meet. And so it goes on to how the relationship goes on and how her life goes on. I couldn't resist the cover. It's quite thin, that one. And then I popped into Waterstones, which, wrong thing to do, because I just love looking at books, even if I don't. Do you know, there's a book place in Manchester where I go in, and it has a cafe, and it's called the House of Books and Friends. If you're ever in Manchester and you want a brew, please give that a King Street. It's fantastic. But I went in there. I went in for a cup of tea and a tea cake a few weeks ago, and I bought a book that I didn't need. And the girl at the till, obviously a very bookish person, and she said, yes, but you know, there are 2 hobbies to do with reading. One is reading them, and the other hobby is just buying books. Now, I have to say, these 2 now, it gives me a list of physical books that are on my shelf up there. I think I've got 25 to read on my to be read pile. Plus, I've got books loaded on my Kindle. So, hey. So I couldn't resist seeing this one. My real genre of books is crime, murder, whodunit, mysteries, psychological thriller. Although, you know, I'm interested in trying other genres, but I couldn't resist this one, Murder at the Manchester Museum by Jim Eldridge. It's set in 1895. It's a bit of historical fiction, but I couldn't resist the Manchester theme, being a Manchester girl. So that is it. So I think that is my roundup of what I've got. So I'm going to finish the video with a little bit of nice footage of me trying things on, some instrumental music, some of my new things in the house. I really, really appreciate you watching. Again, I've had some lovely comments, and even some of the comments, I've had some really good constructive comments. So I'm really pleased with that. If you would like to I would love that. If you're not already a subscriber, and my numbers are increasing and I'm so pleased, please press the subscribe button, because it really will help me grow, and I can waffle on and bring you more topics. So yeah, I would be very, very grateful. And I hope to see you back, and I hope to see you soon. I'm not sure what my next video is. I've got about 4 ideas in the offing. I do have another clothing haul coming up. I've got some clothes arriving from yours. So that will be coming up. So who knows? I'm one of these people who dabble. I dabble. My mind goes off at a tangent. In fact, in a minute, I will show you. I have a desk in our bedroom. But when I ordered it, I overestimated the size of it. It is very, very big. But naturally, I have to fill the space on it. And I dabble in so many things. I enter competitions, I follow my family tree, I read. crosswords, puzzles, you name it, I do it. And the desk is always, I tidy it up and then within a day or so, it's just full. My husband says, you know that desk, at the top of that desk, he said, that is like the contents of your brain. He said, there's everything going on, there's everything everywhere. So with that, I'll leave it and I hope to see you all again soon. Oh, thank you so much indeed. Bye now. Right, these are the Primark pyjamas. Bit short at the top, very long at the bottom. Again, I can't seem to get this into view. It's like an old, like a vest material that I used to have years ago. I'm trying to move my camera just to see. Again, if you bear with me, at the bottom. Still can never get the bottom. They are long, they need a bit of a turn up. Yes, they're a bit short, but look, they've got pockets. I mean, pockets in pyjamas, what more could we want? So these are the first pair. These are an XL. They are a bit snug, but the pyjamas, they've got lovely fluting to the wrist. They have got fluting at the bottom. They're not too hot. And, do you know, I actually quite like these. This is in my haul. As you can see, my new candles are burning over there. So, these are Primark trousers. Right, these are from Matalan. These are the grey pyjamas. Like I say, they're like a lightweight waffle print. Longer top than the Primark. Not quite as long either. I will work this camera out one day to get a full length. Do you know, I really like these. They're a little bit like a leisure suit. If anybody came to the door and I was in these, I wouldn't feel too bad. I wasn't sure whether I was having one or two pairs really. My pyjamas really are due a refresh. But do you know what? I do like these. Like I say, I don't like to be too hot, but this is nice. Bit of a scoop neck, short sleeves. Yes. These won't even need cutting or turning up. I don't think I can live with these. Yes. I like these. I think these are an XL from Matalan. They are a definite for me. Lovely. Hi, for those of you who saw my first video, I'm still using this mic again. You wanted to see the jumper with the skirt. Now, I couldn't use the other skirt because I thought the zip was faulty. This is just it with a plain black skirt that I've already got. I'm going to have to move you down a little bit. Excuse my hand over the camera. A plain black skirt that I've already got. I'm trying it on with the black brogues that I picked up. So this is what it looks like. I'm not convinced it looks any better. Still looks big, boxy. Look like a big cardboard box, don't I? Yeah. I definitely think this jumper, even though it's absolutely lovely and I love the colour, I don't think it's me. I'm going to try it on. There was one item that I thought I'd filmed and I hadn't. Told you I'd never be a slick YouTuber. I'm just going to put it on with this skirt and show you how that one looked. Okay. Hello. This is a jumper I didn't show you the other day. Well, I thought I had. Slick YouTuber as I am. I did film it on with a pair of trousers, but sadly I mustn't have pressed the record button, but hey, there we go. So this is now, I put it on with the same black skirt. Now, I haven't worn this black skirt for a while, and what an error. The zip, I had it on the wrong way around. There is a nice gold zip that goes all the way up the front. It gives you a little bit of an interesting feature with the little patch pockets. This skirt was from Matalan last year. Get it on with the same brogues, which I got in the sale last week for £10, but I have to say they're a bit too big. These are a 4. I was always a 3, but my feet have widened as I've got older and I've got a bit bigger. So I'm a 3.5 to 4. Sometimes a 4 is fine, but these really are just a little bit too big. But I put this pink top on with one of my white shirts underneath. It's just like a lightweight, crinkly, cheesecloth if you're our age. We remember underneath with no sleeves. This was part of my Primark haul. It was £20. And I know there's a lot of these jumpers around, you know, you can wear your shirt out the bottom if you want to, or in the top. I know it's a bit boxy, but I like it. It was £20 and it's 40% cashmere, 40% wool, and then the rest is like nylon, viscose, etc. But I like it. Again, it gives me extra warm without me being too warm. And I know it makes me look on the bigger side, and my skirts and my shirt tails hanging out at the back. But you know what? I am going to keep this. I would wear a better bra on. This is one of my comfy household bras. That was should have put a better one on. You like me as well. They're like weapons of mass torture. So when I'm at home, I tend to wear something that's a bit older and just doesn't. It does enough, but not enough that you want to be out seen like this. But anyway, so this is the other jumper that I failed to show you in my first video. And this is it. Yeah, this is definitely a keeper for me. Very embarrassed to show you this, but this is my desk at the moment. There's my shelf with my reading books and a few little trinkets, my original teddy bear, an old money box of mine, my lovely grandma Amelia, and then you come down to the horror and the car crash that is my desk. I bought those boxes thinking things will be tidy, and then it all gets piled on top, and I've got more books that I brought in from a recent weekend. There was a book exchange, and I tried to be organised with notebooks, and then there's my wires, the mirror, my printer that's always stocked up, my birthday card for a family member, and look at it, an absolute car crash. But hey, as my husband said, that's the contents of my brain.